Hello, welcome to the second attempt at Teatime Quizzytime, the quiz where everything is informal. You have to look like you've just gotten out of bed, even though it's evening. And we have panelists who don't even know what the topic is. So this is going to be an interesting quiz. In fact, two of them have logged on just when after we went live. So this is how much respect they have for the quiz. But let me start by introducing my panelists for today. Here is Asterix, who was very well in time. Okay. Hi, Asterix.
I
Hi.
Where are the
Okay.
others?
Wait, they're here, the latecomers. Here is Simona, who was getting dressed till the last minute. Hey, Simona.
Hi. Be
Can you?
happy I'm not naked, but I brought my boobs.
Okay. You know what? That will actually help the podcast. Anything that helps the podcast helps. Yes.
Ratings. Okay, got it.
Okay, Simona, tell us a bit about yourself.
Hi. So I'm Bombay based, born and raised. Hopefully, I don't die here because the city is definitely trying to kill me. I've been a journalist for more than 25 years. Yes, I am very old. Quarter of a century was given to like the media. After that, I came to my senses and stopped working for the man and decided to be my own boss. So clearly, I'm overworked and underpaid, but I love what I do. I conduct heritage tours of the city. I'm a podcaster. I'm a home chef. Yeah, basically very schizophrenic, but I prefer to call myself a Renaissance woman. But of course, my amazing spiel is interrupted by the phone, but I can live. So yes, also social media. I'm someone who teaches people who are entrepreneurs and run businesses how to run social media. Like, don't do it like your personal stuff. There's a different way to do it. So all of this and more.
All right. Excellent. And here we have the next latecomer, Mr. Srikiran. Mr. Srikiran, I know
Hi.
you. Where are you? Where are you?
I was at work. I'm actually in the premises of IKEA, the big IKEA in Mumbai, and I'm doing a
All
promotional
right.
activity over here. Yeah,
Okay. But
How
yeah.
much
So
is
oh,
here,
have we interrupted you in your middle of your job?
no, that's all right. I've taken half an hour. Actually, it's supposed to be my day off, but I'm working extra, so I took an extra half an hour. And
Okay.
also, I'm doing something for a noble cause. I'm today representing the UNICEF. No,
Oh,
sorry, it's,
yeah.
yeah.
And what are you doing
I think
exactly? What promotion are you
okay,
doing?
we're just trying to create some awareness about helping premature babies with incubators and all in the rural areas. We are causing some awareness so people can contribute as the year is ending, everybody in a happy giving mood. And I also thought of doing something noble, joining this live stream.
How cool, yeah. How cool, how cool. Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone has got their legit
You work
excuses.
for IKEA.
No,
No,
no, I
he's
don't. I'm promoting in
You
their
work for
premises.
UNICEF. Okay.
I don't do that either. I work for money.
okay. Uh, hi, I'm on. All right. What we're gonna do is today is 12th of, Srikant, just keep it on mute until you're talking. Thoda sa background noise hai. Okay. What we're gonna do today is 12th of December. It is the Festival of Unmentionable Thoughts. Okay. So world over, it is a day when you get to just express all your unmentionable evil thoughts to whomsoever they may concern. And I thought to celebrate this, we would hold a quiz on freedom of speech. Okay. So today's quiz is all about freedom of speech. Now, the way this quiz operates is nobody needs to really know the answers. We don't like know it alls here. Okay. So anytime I ask you a question, you can ask me as many clues as you want. We reason out answers. Okay. So how it'll work is you'll all get an individual question, three questions each. And at the end, there is a communal question you'll all get to try to figure out. All right. So we're going to start with Asterix, then Simona, then Srikran. That's the order of it. Asterix, your first question. Um, there is a word called parrhesia, Parrhsia. Okay. Um, it means free speech. But can you tell me which country came up with this? Parrhesia.
Greece.
Yeah, that would be the most obvious answer, and it is. The ancient Greeks valued free speech as ethical, but maybe not a legal thing. But they believed everyone should speak, And in fact, in ancient Greece, religious intolerance was unheard of because they believed in a pantheon of gods. They believed in multiple gods. All right. So first question, easy enough. The second question also, I believe, is quite. I think Simona will definitely get it right. Okay, Simona, there was a scientist who was condemned to a lifetime of house arrest just because he said something about the planets which wasn't acceptable to religious beliefs at that time. Who is the scientist?
Galileo.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
there you
thank
go.
God.
Galileo was condemned to a lifetime of house arrest, all because he said that everything didn't revolve around the earth. He said the earth revolves around the sun. And now we come to Shrikaran's first question. Okay. Shrikaran, since you work with with UNICEF and since you're aware of world events, Stuart Franklin's famous photograph of a certain event changed the world. Okay, and it became Time magazine listed it as one of the life-changing events, and the photograph became very famous. Um, it happened in 1989. This the event where this photograph was taken. Which is this event, and where did it happen? Which Stuart Franklin took this famous photograph of?
It was people crossing the border from Berlin and Germany.
No, no, not 1989. 1989. Okay, try again. Simona has a hint for him.
Is it the final moments of someone's life?
Yes, and no, one second. We don't know what happened to that person in the photograph. Till today, we don't know what happened to
Oh,
that photograph, the person in the photograph. Okay. Now, to give you all more hints, um, it is a person standing up to a regime.
Okay, the guy in Tiananmen Square.
Yes, yes. I'm sorry, Shrikaran, but Asterix has straight off given you the answer. So no worries. Okay, yes, the man standing up to the tanks in Tiananmen Square. That famous picture became that man is known as one of the 20 most influential people of this century, or the 100 most influential people of the century. And till today, we don't know what happened to the man after that. There are some reports that he was shot. There are some reports that he went off to rural China and he still lives somewhere. All right. We had Akshay saying Vietnam. We had Akshay also saying Afghanistan. No, this was at Tiananmen Square. All right.
Still another 150 countries more.
Yeah, but regimes will be included in one of those countries soon. Okay. Um, Asterix. There was a woman, okay, who refused to give up her seat on a bus. This
Rosa
happened in
Parks.
America. Oh, too much. Too much.
yes.
Okay. Asterix didn't even let me finish the question. Okay.
Easy one,
Um,
please, Kajal. Your check is in the mail. Huh?
so
I did
basically, let me
UPI, okay.
sorry.
She
Okay.
said check is in the mail. I said I did UPI.
Okay. To tell you about Rosa Parks, she was this was she was a
Black
this was a
suffragette.
segregated bus. It was a segregated bus, blacks and white people segregated. She refused to give, being a black woman, she refused to give up her seat to a white passenger. Okay, and this started the civil rights movement. Um, and there's a common myth that she didn't give up her seat because her feet were aching and she was tired, and she said no, the only thing I was tired of was tired of giving in. All right, Simona, I think you're going to like this question. Okay, 'cause I really liked putting it up. Now, there was a very famous protest that took place in 1969 where instead of marching against something, people stayed in bed. Okay, there was a bed protest. Two people stayed in bed, and all the journalists, of course, are very excited to know what they were doing in bed, so they came to interview them. Who are these two people who stayed in bed?
Lenin and Yoko Ono.
Why is everyone getting everything? Oh, you're not even waiting. Yes, yes, it's Lennon and
I
Yoko
mean,
Ono.
these are like landmark
They're
historical
landmark.
events, iconic for a reason. And hello, one that they did it, that they did it to like make love not war was the how that
Yeah.
they were embodying, personifying, and just like putting into practice literally that slogan. How can anyone not know that? So yeah,
Very good.
thank
Very
God.
good.
All right,
Very good. And as a bonus point, can you tell me which song they recorded after this? They recorded
imagine.
the no, no. So they were protesting for peace. Okay, they were in bed protesting for world peace, and there was a very famous anti-war anthem that they recorded with Timothy Leary and Allen Ginsberg. Yes,
Ginsburg.
Ginsburg, yeah. Shit, I'm blanking right now. Oh my God.
Shrikaran, have you any thoughts on that song?
No,
Okay,
all this is news to me.
I know it's on the soundtrack of Across the Universe. Oh, okay. No, this is yeah, why I love quizzes, but why I hate quizzes. Because at that moment you're like, I know this, but Google is not working in my brain. Yeah. Okay, so what is the answer? Oh, we don't get to answer.
give peace a
Give
chance. Give
peace a
peace a chance.
chance. Yes. Yes, absolutely.
All
Okay.
right, Shrikaran. Um,
Yes.
okay, in 1930, okay, a man in a country decided to protest against a regime which brought worldwide attention to what the regime was doing in that country. This involved a 248-mile trek to a coastal town. Can you name this man and the country?
This I know. I think it is the Namak Satyagraha and it's Mahatma Gandhi.
Yes, it is the Mahatma Gandhi and the Dandi March. Okay, and it was a
Gandhi March.
landmark
Yes.
march because it didn't get us independence, yes, but it also it alerted the world to know for the first time how
Yes.
atrocious the British rule was here.
This was a
Okay,
Non-violent
salt
and civil disobedience movement.
yes,
So my
yes,
late mother
yes.
was a history teacher.
salt
This one I had to know.
this was a salt tax that he wanted to
Against
move.
the salt tax, against the salt tax. Okay, so Sri Shakaran gets his answer. Okay, now the tough questions start. All right.
Okay.
Uh, actually, wait. All right. Asterix, here's your question. In 1963, a landmark protest started. I mean, a landmark movement started um, against against judging people by the color of their skin. It started on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, and it started with a very famous speech. Can you tell me what the name of the speech is and who delivered the speech?
I have a dream.
I have a dream, and
Malcolm
who
X.
delivered it? Who?
No, sorry. What's his name? Slip my.
Ma
Sorry.
ma ma
And there's a great reference to this in the French series also, where Chandler says, "I have a
His
dream,"
name
and
just
then I
slipped
went
off.
back to
Yeah,
sleep.
I have a dream by Martin Luther King. Sorry,
Martin Luther
Junior.
King Jr. Jr. Jr.
Junior.
And we've had Rohan Roy also get the answer right. That's Martin Luther King Jr. Okay, this is, you know what? People were complaining that the quiz was too tough. So I thought, let me simplify things a little bit initially.
अभी कुछ
But I think
ज्यादा
I
ही हो
made it,
गया.
yeah, I know, I made it too simple. Okay,
We'll see. We'll see.
we'll see.
No, yeah,
All right.
come on. Namak Satyagraha was so difficult. I first thought it was Forrest Gump's run. Then I was like, no, not Forrest Gump. This would be
Oh,
Mahatma
the
Gandhi.
sarcasm has
What?
started now. Look at this. Look at this.
No, but
Okay.
even I thought of something
No, it was
international. I
Lal
did
Singh
not.
Chadda also, no?
Right. Right. Okay. I'm getting heckled by my contestants. I'm going to
Okay.
make the
Okay.
next quiz very tough. Okay. This was Simona. Let's see you get this one.
Okay.
All
Oh
right.
shit.
Now, in 2006, okay,
Okay.
there was a man called Erin Watada.
Okay.
EHRENWATADA. He was told by the US to get onto a flight and go somewhere, and he refused to get onto the flight. Okay, and for this action, he is still under the threat of court martial till this day, with possibly a 6 to 7 year term hanging over his head. What did he take objection to? I'm going to tell you the year again. It was
19.
2006.
Oh, 2006. Okay. There
Yeah,
was no
Akshay. Come
in-flight.
on, really. Now solve this. Huh.
I honestly, I'm blanking. I don't know. There was no in-flight entertainment or no meals included. I
He
don't know, man.
okay, that would be a really weird protest, Simona, that against in-flight. He was commanded by his country, okay, to get onto a flight.
He was supposed to bomb something. Was he supposed to attack someone? Something? I give up. I give up.
No, no, don't give up. Don't give up. It's 2006. I want you all to now figure
Yeah,
out.
try to. Erin Watada. Come on, man. Is this
Shweta,
hyper?
is leave India
Oh
and go. No, 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 no,
no!
no, no, no. Erin
What went
Vatada,
Shweta? Don't throw me
don't
off
make
track. I'm already
this
floundering.
will do the US. Okay, so now
Okay, okay.
you
I'm gonna
figure.
ask for some more hints.
Okay, firstly, let me ask your fellow panelists. Do you all have any guesses? What he could
No.
be protesting in 2006? Okay, so obviously he was being sent to another country as part of
Okay.
the US military. Okay,
Okay.
and he was not convinced with the actions of the US in that country.
Afghanistan?
It's not
Iraq.
Afghanistan.
Iraq, maybe.
Uh, it is Iraq. It is Iraq.
Iraq.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
so the
yes.
Iraq, he didn't want to participate in the Iraq war.
So he was commissioned to go there, and initially he was very for it. But then when he read up about the entire situation in Iraq, he felt that the US had no business being there, and he said that whatever I'm doing would be a crime against humanity. So he asked for a switch to Afghanistan, which they did not give him. So he refused to get on the flight to Iraq, and they court-martialed him. Okay, but the apparently that court-martial it was dismissed once, and then when they tried to court-martial him again, his attorney claimed double jeopardy, that the client could not be tried under the same charges. So today he's working as a civilian, and he still has a court-martial looming on his head.
And
But
he's still in the
yes,
US.
he's still in the US. He's in Fort Lewis.
He's a rock star. Okay. Yeah, but
Rockstar,
I
rockstar, rockstar.
failed this one. Thanks for the help, though, Sri Kiran.
No
Okay,
problem.
now Srikaran's question is coming up, and Srikaran will love answering it because he's a comedian also. So this question is about comedians. Um,
Okay.
in which country would you find a department of humor where comedians have to submit their jokes, and then the joke is reviewed by, as they call it, the least funny man in the country?
Uh, okay. Of course, I feel it would be in not in America. Maybe Germany.
Not Germany.
Okay. Uh, America then.
America may no, you were right about saying it's not America. America has free speech as one of its. I think it's part of the Constitution.
Right.
So
Okay. Uh,
Simona's making some faces at you. But let me just put it out there for people who are listening in. There is a country where there's a department of humor where comedians have to submit their jokes, and according to them, the least funny man in the country judges these jokes to make sure that they're not too good. Is
Okay,
how they
okay.
put it.
I have a question.
okay.
Is it above the equator or below the equator?
How many countries do you know that are below the equator that it's above the
Okay.
equator?
North
If it's an
Korea.
Asian country, I think it would be either Singapore or Malaysia. I read some meme about it. Am I
Um,
close?
Shweta says China. No, it's not China.
No. Oh,
Asterisk,
no.
Okay.
what
I
were you
feel
making all
It's
it's
these
in
faces
North
for? One
Korea.
second.
China.
Simona, you were. What was all this?
I was pantomiming China. China. C for China. Sign language, man. Yeah.
You know that
China.
you know that you're mirrored, right?
I did
So
not
I
change
was
my hand, but it didn't help. Both are wrong anyway. So please, asterisks go on.
Asterix, what are you saying?
North Korea.
North Korea, I don't. I think they shoot comedians on site. I don't know, but I don't think there's
We should send
stand-up
Nirmala
gigs.
Sitaraman there.
Okay, Imon says Ireland. Ireland? No, Ireland is
No.
pretty okay. You're obviously dealing with a country which has um, uh, regime, a strict dictatorial rule.
Cuba.
No,
I
not
don't
Cuba.
know. Okay.
Okay, Akshay is like, I googled this. This was good. Oh.
Yeah, yeah, Akshay, don't tease. Um,
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. I don't think much comedy is happening in Afghanistan at the moment.
Saudi
Um,
Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, may there are definite rules for all of us performing there. Especially in Dubai, you cannot make fun of the religion
The royal
because
family,
a
etc.
royal family. You cannot make fun of a resident of the country. Okay. Yeah, but they don't jail you or kill you for that. There's just a fine. Okay, and a massive fine.
It has to be money related. Okay, Dubai. Okay, so yeah, I guess we give up.
A Ministry
I
of
mean,
Happiness in Bhutan is actually to do the other part. Like they make you happy. We had a Ministry of Happiness in Madhya Pradesh also. Okay, but apparently I don't know what they're doing. Okay, wait. I'm going to give you a hint.
I know the Ministry of Happiness in Madhya Pradesh. Go to Bombay and drive a rickshaw. That's the happiness. That
Okay, okay, okay.
did I say that out loud? Okay, no.
Yes, you did
So,
say that out loud. Yes, you did
uh,
say that out loud.
I'm cancelled. I'm cancelled. Okay.
Is it not Singapore or Malaysia?
No, it is a country which apparently seems to have things against a lot of comedians. Like they've
Oh,
gone to war with one.
India.
Eh?
Russia.
It's Russia. Okay. Why
So
India,
Russia.
Srikant? Why India?
You said they apparently went to war with one. So
Zelensky, no?
Zelensky. War.
Zelensky.
India has not gone to war with one yet.
Got
Okay.
it.
So Russia has a department of humor. And so there was a comedian called, there is a comedian called, one second, what's his name? Smirnov, Yakov Smirnov. Okay. And he had
I
to
like
leave
to
the
drink.
country.
Sorry, I missed that. My Wi-Fi died.
But you're here.
Yeah, like
Okay.
I guess nobody missed me, but yeah, you're all frozen for 5 seconds.
Okay.
That's good to know. But yeah, what was the answer for the happiest country again? Was it Bhutan?
Not happiest country. This country has a department of humor. Russia has a
Humor.
department of humor. So there was this comedian called Yakov Smirnov who had to submit his joke to the Ministry of Humor, and he wrote a joke. He had to explain his joke to them. Okay, he wrote a joke about an ant and an elephant because he said, "Listen, that's the only thing joke they'll allow." So there's a story. He wrote a story about an ant who falls in love and marries an elephant, and they have an amazing honeymoon and a night of wild passion that is so passionate that the elephant collapses and dies in the middle. The ant, however, is less lucky. She is forced to spend the rest of her days digging the elephant's grave. Okay, and the Department of Humor wanted to know: is this an anti-communist joke? So, okay, we have
But it
come
has a
to the
happy ending
digging a grave for
because
the rest of his.
then the comedian basically decided to leave comedy and started a vodka company, which is now wildly successful globally.
No, that
God
is
swear.
not it. No, the comedian had to run to America. He had to run to
Oh
America.
shit! Really?
Yeah. Okay. Now we're down to the last question, which all of y'all can attempt. Okay. It is a little complicated, but it's a beautiful story. So I'm going to ask you the name of the person who did this, whatever I'm going to tell you about. Okay. This is
Okay.
again based in Russia. The year is 1825. It's called the Decembrist uprising. Okay. There is an uprising against the government. There is this
Okay.
poet who takes part in the uprising. He's a very passionate poet, fond of his country and all of that. And he's arrested with four more people, and they're all sentenced to be hung to death. Okay. Now, while they're being hung, the ropes break. Okay. So they all fall on their feet and all that. And as is the law in the days of execution, if the rope breaks while hanging you, you are pardoned. Okay. But our poet gets up and he says, "What a sad country Russia is. They can't even make decent rope." Okay. And so when when the people go to tell the czar, that the rope broke, he's like, "Oh God, we gotta let them go." Then he said, but one of them, the poet said something. He said, what did he say? He said, Russia can't even make decent rope. So he said, get more rope and hang those bastards. All right. Now I need to know which poet said these lines.
I know this. Can I?
Go for it.
So there's a beautiful movie also about this. Okay, I think the poet's name is Rylevev, and the movie is Union of Salvation. It's a beautiful
Very nice.
movie.
Very nice.
Is
So,
it correct?
yes, it's correct. I think it's pronounced Rylev. I tried YouTubing it.
Rylev. Yeah. Uh,
Kondraty Rylev. But
I
yes,
didn't know the first name, but there's a whole big movie based on him. It's called Union of Salvation. It's a nice watch.
okay, this is brilliant. So, Union of Salvation, and people who have not seen, and oh my God, Simona's posing with a cat as well. He is.
Do I get points for showing off my pussy?
Ouch! Simona's really doing more for my ratings than anyone has done in recent times. All
You're
right.
welcome.
Right. Saklen is asking, Kajol, will you be able to submit your jokes in our nation with current political scenario? See, ant and elephant jokes are just the way to go. Okay, everyone should write ant and elephant jokes.
Hey,
Uh, okay. So Simona's already left, but yes, we've come to the end of the quiz. And thank you guys. Today has been really awesome. Tomorrow the quiz will be at 9 a.m. in the morning. We're just trying to mix up the days a bit, the timings to see how it works. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for
thank
the
you.
audience.
Thank you,
And
Kajol, for having us.
yeah,
Thank you so much.
bye.